Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks that you can do on OPPO Reno 12 Pro 5G. I'm gonna show you just a few of them. I managed to find a couple of them, and I think these are the most interesting ones or simply the most useful. So we're gonna start with the camera. If you open the camera and you want to find the macro mode, then definitely you will not find it anywhere. If you go to more, you will not find the macro mode anywhere. However, you can actually start using macro mode if you zoom out. You move the camera further away from the object and then zoom onto the object. And if you zoom in a little bit, you will see that in the bottom left corner of the camera preview, you have this flower icon. And if it's yellow, it means that the macro mode is actually enabled. And if you press it, then of course you will see the difference. So this is how we can use the macro mode on OPPO Reno 12 Pro 5G. Another thing that I want to show you is the focus lock. So if you record videos a lot and you want to make sure that the focus is on the selected object, then first you can open the settings. So in the top right corner, you can press on the gear icon if you are in the video mode, or if you are in the photo mode, you can press these three lines and then tap settings. And then over here, you want to scroll down to make sure that the focus lock option is enabled. You can also read the description how it works and when it works, because it doesn't work all the time. It works only when you are recording at 30 FPS. So if you switch to the video mode, you can tap over here in order to choose the resolution and the FPS. So I'm gonna choose 1080p and 30 FPS. And now if I press on an object, if I tap on an object, you will see this yellow square, which is exactly the focus lock. So if I had there anything in the background, it would probably be out of focus. It's quite difficult for me to indicate this in the video, but definitely it is worth trying out if you are a way to do so. The next thing that I want to show you is the beacon link, which is a way to communicate with others even if you don't have internet or signal. So we need to go to mobile network in the settings, and then over here we have beacon link, where we can enable this option to call people nearby, and like I said, even if you don't have an internet connection or mobile signal. And in order to use this feature, you need to keep Bluetooth on, and ideally you don't want to have anything connected through Bluetooth to your device, in order to make sure that this app works as best as possible. And over here you can try to search nearby devices that are compatible in order to try to connect them. Over here you can also choose if you can be called by your contacts only or by everyone if you select all. The next thing that I want to show you is the bright HDR video mode that can be found in display and brightness. Over here, if you scroll down, you will find exactly this option, which allows you to increase screen brightness when you are playing HDR videos. This will of course consume more power, more battery, and this might also cause your phone to heat up. But if you want increased screen brightness while watching videos, then of course this is a good way to do so. Now let's go back, and this time we're gonna go to sounds and vibration, and over here if you scroll down you will find clear voice. This is a great AI tool that allows you to mute ambient noise. So when you are talking through the phone with someone, if you are in a busy area, then you can disable the noise or try to suppress the noise by enabling this clear voice option. You can also hear the preview to check the difference between this option being off and on. Next is the IR remote app. So if you open the app drawer, you should be able to find the IR remote, and you can pretty much set up your device as a remote controller for your TV or something similar. So you can press this plus button in the bottom right corner in order to start configuring. And as you can see, there are lots of different categories. We have the cable box, TV, DVD player, air conditioning, projector, fans, camera, lights, and so on and so forth, or even the robot vacuum. Anything that has a remote, that uses remote, might be possible to set up here. So then you can use your smartphone as a remote. And this is of course possible because over here at the top we have the IR blaster, which allows you to use your smartphone as a remote. Now let's go back and let's reopen the settings, and this time I want to show you something in the battery settings. So if you open battery, Then over here you can tap on battery usage details, and here you will find apps that are using the most battery. So this is a pretty cool way to check what you are using the most, or what app uses the battery the most, in order to try to reduce the usage of app. And then you can go back, and here if you go to more settings and then optimize battery use, over here you will find the list of pretty much all apps, and then you can choose to optimize the app. So if you select, let's say, Facebook, then you can choose to don't optimize, auto optimize, or always ask. So ideally, I think you want to auto optimize most of the apps, especially those that are using lots of battery and consumes lots of power. Now, in addition to that, when you go back to battery usage details, you can go to optimize battery usage in order to extend battery life by a certain amount. Over here in the optional section, you will see some tips that allows you to turn on or off certain features or adjust them in order to extend the battery life by a certain amount of time. So if you want to make sure that the battery lasts a little bit longer, then go through these options, and then you can select what you want to do. And if you go down, you can also see what is already optimized, and if you are done with the selection, you can press save power. Now the next thing that I want to show you is pretty common on Android devices at this point, but I guess it's still possible that some people might not be aware of it, and that is the RAM expansion. So in order to speed up the device, you can exchange some of the space of the device into the virtual RAM. So if you go to about the device and then tap on RAM, over here you will find the RAM expansion, which can be enabled and disabled, and you can also expand RAM by a certain amount, so you can choose 4, 8 or 12 gigabytes. Once you do the changes, you can simply go back, and then you will need to apply the changes by restarting your device. So you can restart now or later. And then we're gonna go back to the settings menu, and here we want to select wallpapers and style, and perhaps you might have missed that, but there is always on display available on this device. So here you can enable AOD if needed, you can set it up, you can set up something pretty cool, you can even create custom patterns by yourself. It's a pretty cool feature. I can recommend trying it out at least once to see how it looks like. And if you want to set something, then you can select anything that you like. You can also choose the text color and readjust the animation at the top and then press apply. So now if you close the device and tap on the screen, or even not, sometimes the device detects itself when the AOD should be enabled. But it's a pretty cool feature. Of course, this uses some battery. It definitely drains the battery a bit, so if you are not a fan of AOD at all, or you don't care about it, then you don't really want to use it. However, if you want to have that fancy AOD, then this is the way to enable it. And last but not least, we can also go to users and accounts at the bottom of the settings, and over here we have an option that is called multiple users that allows you to add multiple users that can be using the same device. So if you set up another user, then you will start a new system just for this new person, and of course you have access to guest account as well, but this allows you to pretty much share the device with someone else without worrying that they have access to something that they shouldn't have, and to something that only you should have access to. And this allows you to have your own apps, your own data, everything separated from other users. And if you want to change the user, then you can swipe from the top to the bottom twice in order to open the quick access, and over here we have the avatar of the current user, and then you can switch to guest or add a new account, new user, and so on and so forth. This is pretty great, especially if you want to have, let's say, your phone for two different instances, like one instance for your daily use and another for jobs, so that you don't mix anything up and you have easy access to different things for different situations. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye!